It's the first time not doing the hard science or being stuck inside.
Let's check. Test 1 2 1 2. Everyone requesting to take your seats as we'll be starting shortly. We'll be starting our program shortly. Requesting everyone to please get comfortable, take your seats. Okay, hi Basel. Hello. Good. How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting with our program shortly. Requesting everyone outside and inside to take their seats. Yes. Yeah. But the mic is not. Oh, I'll just like go to. And we'll be starting shortly. Can take your seat. Yes, sir, ma'am. We'll be starting shortly. Can take your seats inside. Thank you. Ma'am, excuse me. We'll be starting shortly. Can take.
Thank you.
I have told them. You cannot reach him. Cannot, but I've told them personally. Dapat mulai. Tapi nggak kedengeran mic-nya. Excuse me, sir and madam, we'll be starting with our program shortly. Can move into the auditorium. Excuse me, sorry to disturb. We'll be starting with our program shortly. Thank you. Okay, ma'am, we'll be starting with our program shortly. Excuse me, sir. We'll be starting shortly. Can we move into the auditorium? Thank you. Can you close the door? Also, let me try. Test 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting with our program shortly. Can move your way to the auditorium and get comfortable. Thank you.
This is our MC.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. What do you say? The podium will be moved. So I will speak here. So guest of honor will be speaking in the podium, but the podium will be moved here after the dance. Yeah.
Time to be moved here and the podium to be moved.
Yeah. So after the dance, they will move the podium.
Yeah.
So after dance nanti udah ada orangnya kan. After dance. I can be heard from outside. Sorry.
Yeah, no, actually, I also realized the speaker.
It's speaker inside,
Yeah, we
Yeah. We're gonna start now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, your kind attention, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be starting with our program shortly. Can please enter the auditorium. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Take coffee inside.
No, I think no food and drinks. I think no food and drinks are allowed. Well, you can have this. Yeah, it'll be open throughout. Hi, say how are you? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting with our program shortly. Can kindly enter the auditorium. Thank you.
God wanted to everyone. God wanted to everyone. Same place. Yes. But it's not very serious.
Hello?
It's just coming. Nice meeting you. I told you stay. I said, how could you not come? Come on. Something sorry. We're just waiting for him. Sorry, but keep something.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can settle down, take your seats. We'll be starting shortly. Just waiting for the ambassador, His Excellency, to reach Vilnius University. Thank you. In the meantime, you can take your seats and get comfortable.
Sorry for the delay in starting, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for the ambassador to arrive. He'll be here in 5 minutes. But in the meantime, I wanted to say a very big thank you for everybody who's here, and especially to our awardees and to our past awardees and our special guests. Thank you very much for being here.
Respected chief guest, guest of honor, esteemed awardees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a very warm welcome to the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Awards 2025. A truly inspiring celebration on International Women's Day. My name is Purva Sandani and I will be your MC for today. Today, we come together to recognize, honor, and celebrate the resilience, leadership, and outstanding contributions of 9 extraordinary women who have gone above and beyond in their fields. Their achievements remind us that when women support each other, incredible things happen. We have an exciting morning ahead, filled with inspiration, celebration, and of course, recognition of our phenomenal awardees. But before we begin, I have just one question for all of you ladies and gentlemen here today. How is everyone feeling today? Okay, let's do this one more time, but repeat after me. When I ask how is everyone feeling today, I want all of you ladies and gentlemen to reply me with 3 words and a high five to the person next to you. Okay, listen to me first. So the 3 words are good, amazing, on top of the world, and high five the person next to you. Can we do that? Let's try it. How is everyone feeling today? Amazing. On top of the world. Okay, perfect. Let's do it one more time with more energy, okay? How is everyone feeling today? Good. Amazing. On top of the world. Yeah. Okay, now that we are more relaxed and high vibration of energy here, I kindly request everyone to sit back, relax, and enjoy as we start our program. Let's get inspired today. So, to begin with our special occasion, we have a beautiful classical dance performance that embodies the grace, culture, and spirit of women. This performance is presented by the talented students of our awardee for art and culture, Ms. Sindhu Raj. Please welcome the young, beautiful stars of the future of strength, voice, and womanhood, Shanvi and Srinidhi. Please give them a big round of applause.
जननी 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 जगतारनि पूरनि नारनिये 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 जननि 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 जगतारनि पूरनि नारनिये जननि 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 जगतारनि पूरनि नारनिये जननि 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 गान विनोदिनी गान विनोदिनी कामाक्षी गान विनोदिनी कामाक्षी गान विनोदिनी कामाक्षी कमलतिरुपदमे कणिदेननु दिनमे वरमरु मलतिरुपदमे कणिदेननु दिनमे பரமருள் கமல திருப்பதமே பணிந்தேனு தினமே பரமருள் கமல திருப்பதமே பணிந்தேனு தினமே வரமருள் ஜனனி 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 ஜகத்காரணி பூரணி நாரணியே ஜனனி 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 ஜகத்தாரணி பூரணி நாரணியே ஜனனி 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 जननी 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 जननी
जननी जननी जगत्तारणी पूरणी नारणी जननी 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 जगत्तारणी पूरणी नारणी जननी 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 जननी
Wow, that was absolutely breathtaking. What an elegant and powerful way to start today's celebrations. Let's give it up once again for this incredibly talented young artist. Truly the future of strength and womanhood. And now, to officially open today's event, it is my honor to invite to stage the founder of Indoindians, the visionary leader and driving force behind this incredible initiative, Ms. Poonam Sagar.
Hello. Thank you, everyone. I am very, very honored and pleased that all of you are here, and a very big namaste. It's an absolute honor to stand before you today at the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Awards 2025. The event is more than just a recognition of achievements. It is a celebration of the leadership and the impact of remarkable women who've stepped beyond the me, my, and I mindset to uplift their communities and inspire change. At Indo-Indians, we believe in the power of community. For the community, by the community. This has been our guiding principle. It is our continuous endeavor to connect, support, and uplift each other. A special welcome to our past awardees, whose journeys continue to inspire, and to the incredible women in our audience, many of whom are here with some of their children, because what better way to shape the future than by leading by example? Each of our awardees has dared to dream, to challenge the status quo, and to lead with passion and purpose. They are trailblazers, breaking barriers, creating ripples of positive change in their communities. And as they rise, they lift others with them, providing and proving that when women support each other, the world transforms for the better. Happiness is not found in success alone, but in the harmony of three elements: enjoyment in what we do, satisfaction in what we achieve, and the purpose in the impact we create. Our awardees have embraced all three, demonstrating that true fulfillment comes from empowering others. A big thank you to the Embassy of India in Jakarta, Gandhi Seva Loka, Kairos, our distinguished jury, partners, and everyone who has supported this initiative. And of course, my deepest gratitude to the extraordinary women we honor today. You are the heartbeat of this event. Let's make this morning a celebration. Welcome to the awards ceremony and a happy Women's Day. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ms. Poonam. Ms. Poonam has been a relentless advocate for community building and women's empowerment. And today's event is a testament to her unwavering commitment. Please give her another round of applause. We are honored to be hosting this event at Binos International University, an institution that believes in fostering leadership, education, and empowerment. It is now my pleasure to invite the campus director of Binos International University, Dr. Andreas Chang,
Your Excellency, Ambassador of India to Indonesia, Bapak Sandip Chakravorty, and Ibu Dr. Chakravorty, respected founder and chairperson of the Indo-Indian Business Forum and also Indo-Indian community, Ibu Punam Sagar, esteemed members of the Indo-Indian community in Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Binus University. It's truly an honor and a privilege to welcome all of you to Binus University. We are always delighted to facilitate meaningful gatherings like this, where minds come together, ideas are exchanged, and collaborations are nurtured. As a global institution, we committed to excellence, education, and innovation, and Binus University strongly values partnership that foster learning, development, and cross-cultural understanding. Your presence here today reflects a new beginning of a strong and growing relationship between Indo-Indian community and business forum, and also Binus University. We deeply appreciate that, Ibu, and you're always welcome here. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce Binus University so that you know a little bit about Binus. So this is only one of our 12 campuses. We have campuses in Bandung, Malang, Semarang, and the newest one will be in Medan. Okay, this is the newest campus. And our business school is one of the best in Indonesia, and I saw that Ibu Purnam also graduated from one of the best business schools in the world, IIM Ahmadabad. Correct me if I'm wrong. So proud of you, Ibu. Yes, and we also have some of our Binusians, either students and lecturers here. We have Bapak Samuel at the back, the Dean of School of Computing and Creative Arts. We have Dr. Anna Purna, one of our lecturers. Can we? Yes, Dr. Anna Purna. All right. Is Dr. Sanjukta with us here? Oh, she's on the way. Oh, all right. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sanjukta. Oh, okay. Oh, Dr. Sanjukta. Okay. And we have several students as well. We have among them, I think, Atix. Yeah, Atix just joined us for several months, I think. Yeah. Atix, would you like to share why did you choose Binus University?
It's because Venus is one of the best business schools in Indonesia. I joined Venus because it's one of the best business schools in Indonesia, and it also provides double degree programs. So what I've chosen is the Newcastle program, which is very helpful for me because I plan to go to Australia after this. So it's a very good university, and yeah.
Are you happy here?
Yeah, very happy.
Okay, thank you, Atix.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. We also have several master students here, I think, yeah, and some of them are still studying. Yeah. So this is our ranking. We rank 8th in Southeast Asia. This is the thing that we always share with our students, that change is something constant, and we would like them to keep learning and learning and learning. We have seen a lot of jobs lost and will be lost in the future, and new jobs are created. So we would like our students to have future-ready skills. So they should learn about problem solving, collaboration, and also adaptability. Among them, critical thinking, design thinking. Ibu, you are also an expert in design thinking. These are the future-ready skills according to World Economic Forums, McKinsey, and also OECD. But almost all of them highlight the importance of cognitive skills like critical thinking, problem solving, system thinking, etc., etc. Yeah, next, please. At Venus University International, we have several programs. We have graphic design, communication, international business, business management, marketing, digital business, business information system, computer science, and also finance international. Next, please. Yeah. By studying here, you save a lot of money. If you do a bachelor's degree, let's say at La Trobe University, the total is about 2 billion something rupiah. You get a bachelor degree, a 3-year bachelor degree. You cannot go to our master's degree because this is equivalent to our D3 program here. At UNSW, for example, 3 million something rupiah. But if you study here, next please, this is the amount of money that you have to pay. So you save a lot of money, and by the saving, you can do your master's degree. So with the same amount of money, you can have 3 degrees. Why 2 degrees are more important than 1 degree? You have a network here in Indonesia. You also have a network in Australia. So by having both sides of network, it's going to be easy for you to do business in the future. So you're going to gain 2 degrees from Venus University. Next, please. Okay, these are our partners. We have Nottingham, La Trobe, QUT, RMIT, etc., etc. Next, please. Okay, we also cater international students here. They are from various countries. Next. Yes, this is when they come. We welcome them. Next. Next. Yeah. Bapak Chakravarti, we would like to invite you to enlighten our students and lecturers about India and in doing business in India. So one day, please allow me to invite you to our campus, either here or other campuses. We have invited several ambassadors. Among them is from Brazil, Peru, and other countries. Yeah. Next, please. You can also share culinary, Indian culinary to the society at large. I think I love Indian food, but you know, this is my favorite. But this is one of the things that we can do together here in any of our campuses. This is when the ambassador of Peru making ceviche for us. Yeah, the first time I had ceviche in my life. Peruvian ceviche. But anyway, that's very nice. Yeah. Yeah, this is in our graduation ceremony. At this moment, please allow me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the awardees being awarded today. Your achievements are a testament of dedication, excellence, and a spirit of empowering women and women leadership in various fields. We are so proud of you. At Venus International, we also have a She Code Society, so probably they can partner with you one day. So we would like more women to do coding. Yeah. May your success inspire many more to contribute to the growth and development of our communities. Once again, welcome to Venus University International. We are excited to support and facilitate your initiatives, and we look forward to fruitful discussions and collaborations in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Andreas Chang, for insightful words and for Venus International University, invaluable support in making this event possible. Another round of applause for Dr. Andreas Chang. Now, we would like to call Ms. Poonam and His Excellency Mr. Sandeep Chakraborty to receive a token of appreciation. Respected Pak Chang, can you please do us the honor? Mr. Ambassador and Ms. Poonam. Thank you.
The symbol of never-ending spirits. It's a wave.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chong. Thank you, Ms. Puran and His Excellency. And now it is my absolute honor to introduce our chief guest, a distinguished leader who has played a crucial role in strengthening India-Indonesia relations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming His Excellency Ambassador Sandeep Chakraborty to deliver the keynote speech.
Good morning, Salamat Pagi, Namaste, Namaskar. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. There are people who say that every day is Women's Day, but I think it's good to celebrate a special day, which is today. So, greetings to all of you. I thank Dr. Andreas Chang for hosting us, and of course, Poonam and her team for organizing this event every year. And since last year, we joined hands with, I think since last year, I like to believe that everything that happened in Indonesia started to happen after I came here. So that's a good feeling, But at least I don't believe time started with me, so it's okay. But I like to believe that. So since last year, we joined hands with Poonamji and her team to organize this event. And last year we had it in the embassy, but today we are so happy to hold it in Venus. It gives me a chance to know your university, very distinguished university. There are these incredible women who are being honored. But I just wanted to tell a small story in the sense that there are outstanding women everywhere. It just takes a little bit of effort to find them and recognize them. I think we have been lacking in doing that. Last year we decided to award or give the lifetime achievement awards, and I looked around and I was new. I was not very familiar with Indonesia and Indians in Indonesia, but one name which stood out amongst all was our first lifetime achievement awardee, Gopi Samtani, and she is here. Punjabi, I'm sorry. Gopi Samtani is Gandhi Seva Loka, so I get always Punjabi, and we honored her, and we are very privileged that she is here with us today. She was a first awardee, and she has done incredible work. Please take seat, madam. She has done incredible work in bridging or making bridges between Indian and Indonesian women, and she has been the president of the Women's Association, Indian Women's Association, and till today she leads the association, bringing women together. This year, again, it was not easy because we wanted to find out somebody who has worked for decades with women and in India and Indonesia, and over a very casual conversation, I got to know the name of our awardee this year, and then it took some effort to find her, Pushpaji, and we found her, and she's here. We are really honored by your presence. And we will be awarding her for a lifetime achievement. Today, I had actually planned not to give a speech, but to do an experiment. But I don't know if the space is enough. But if you permit me, can we just play a game for some time? Okay, but I will need volunteers. Let's, given the space constraint, let us have 5 volunteers to come up here. Let's say, Madam, aap aiye, next to Sanjukta. Yeah, please come. Behind you, Seema. Ma'am, please come. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody volunteering? Please come. दोनों आइए. And as a control experiment, we'll have a man also. Any male volunteers? Anybody? Please come. So just stand next to the wall, close to the. You can cover the screen. Go in front of the screen. Aap aiye. So this that is. Just stand there amongst the ladies. You need not stand in the middle, but okay, okay. So normally this experiment is done with a larger group, but since we don't have space, we'll do it with a smaller group. Now I'll ask you. Now be true to yourself and answer in yes and no. Don't hide, because it's a closed group and nobody will report you. So when I ask you a question, if it is yes, you step a small step forward. Okay, if it is yes. And if it is no, then you step 1 step backwards. Small steps because we don't have space. Okay. Okay. So all ready? Okay. Just go back a bit. Yeah, because we'll need space. Okay. Okay. So out of all of you, who can ride a bicycle? Okay, okay. No, ma'am, you have to step 1 step backwards. Okay. Who can cook? Okay. Who can bake? Okay. Who cooks regularly? Okay. Okay. Who owns a bank account? Anyway. Okay. Who can drive? Okay. Who is self-employed? Okay. Who owns a house? Okay. Who invests in stocks and shares? Okay. Who employs people? Okay. Who makes financial decisions in the house? Okay. Who knows what are mutual funds? Who knows what are SIPs? Okay, so the experiment is over. What I want to say is that we really have a extraordinary group of women. This is a rare example. Normally, when this experiment is conducted, using or with both men and women, we find that men are always ahead and women are left behind because women are not financially independent. They do not make the financial decisions. They don't own houses. They don't own bank accounts. They don't do investments. They don't own property. This is the sad but true story generally all over the world. But I'm so happy, Poonamji, you have put together women who beat the stereotype, and I think this is so encouraging. And I just hope that more and more women, because end of the day we all talk of women empowerment. Women empowerment is meaningless unless women are financially independent, because you will never be able to take the decisions, you will never be able to stand up to abuse, to injustice, to inequality, unless you are financially independent. Here I saw a good example of women who are strong and financially independent. I am very confident that you will be in healthy relationships with men. If you are not financially independent, and then you will be in iniquitous relationships where the power will never be with you, will be always with men. So I'm so happy about that, and I think this experiment is educative. Try it in your schools and colleges and in your professional settings. See, make a mix of men and women and run this experiment. You will find that when it comes to cooking and driving and cycling, is low hanging fruit. People, most men and women are able to do that. Men may be less in all the cooking and all that. But moment you get into higher levels of competency, particularly financial, you will find that men are going ahead and women are lagging behind. I think that is the gap that is there today between men and women. And International Women's Day is precisely the point or the day when we want to highlight all that. Once again, thank you for joining in this experiment, and I wish you all the best. And also great, also congratulations to the winners, and looking forward to hearing their stories. Thank you.
On behalf of everyone present here today, I'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to Ambassador Sandeep Chakraborty for gracing us with his presence and sharing his invaluable insights. Your support and encouragement means so much to this event and its mission. And the experiment you did just now, I was just standing there and I was thinking, am I stepping front or back? But I think I lost the game too. So kudos to all women and happy Women's Day. And now, the moment that we have all been waiting for. The Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Awards 2025. Each and every one of our awardees have shown unparalleled dedication, leadership, and resilience. They have shattered barriers, uplifted communities, and continue to inspire future generations. To present these prestigious awards, it is my pleasure to invite our wonderful announcer, Ms. Monica Mohindra. Ms. Monica Mohindra was a previous awardee for entrepreneurship and now a successful businesswoman with multiple business ventures in Bali, including Ayurvedagram. Please give a big round of applause for Ms. Monica.
Good morning, everybody, and a very, very happy Women's Day. And also kudos to the gentlemen who are always beside or behind us. That's also very integral in our family, whether it's to do with the dads, whether it's to do with the husbands, whether it's to do with siblings. So once again, congratulations. Poonam, I want to share a little something which I've shared with Arunaji, but I want to share with all the women here. When I started my little entrepreneurial journey, there was something that I read and it made a huge impact because it's in sync with nature. And it goes something like, a bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking. And do you know why? Because her trust is not in the branch. Her trust is in the wings. And so wherever you set out to, whatever you do, believe in yourself. So here we go. Announcing the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Awardees 2025. Celebrating the power, resilience, and impact of 9 phenomenal women today who are shaping the future and uplifting communities. Join us as we honor their inspiring journeys. I will be calling each awardee to the front, and you will have an opportunity to share a short 2 to 3 minutes speech. I re-emphasize. I was told quite clearly 2 to 3 minutes short speech about your journey and impact. And it's really difficult. Ask me. Once again, congratulations on this well-earned recognition. We look forward to celebrating you and your inspiring work. Our first awardee, Pushpa Vatwani, Lifetime Achievement. A pioneer of yoga in Indonesia, she has dedicated her life to spreading wellness and spiritual growth. This way, please. Yes, please. This way.
I have to bring my paper.
All right, may I get it? Yeah. First, and then they speech. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, the shadow. Pushpa Vatwani, Lifetime Achievement.
Sorry, this. Okay. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to read and congratulations, ma'am. Pushpa Thakurdas Vatwani with the Lifetime Achievement Award for promoting yoga in Indonesia. In profound recognition of your pioneering contributions, the introduction and expansion of yoga in Indonesia, we honor your unwavering dedication, passion, and commitment to this ancient discipline. As the first Indian yoga teacher in Indonesia, you have been a beacon of inspiration, nurturing generations through the transformative power of yoga. Your journey from teaching in schools, temples, and embassies to guiding the highest offices of the nation has left an indelible mark on the landscape of wellness and spirituality in Indonesia. Your decade-long service at Dinagraha during President Suharto's administration stands as a shining reflection of your excellence, perseverance, and influence, elevating yoga to a widely embraced practice in Indonesia. Your dedication extends beyond the physical aspects of yoga, touching lives through spiritual guidance and holistic well-being. Today, as yoga flourishes across Indonesia, we celebrate your visionary role and lasting legacy in shaping a healthier and a mindful society. With deep respect and gratitude, we present the citation of honor, recognizing you as a true ambassador of yoga and wellness. With heartfelt appreciation and best wishes from the ambassador, Mr. Sandeep Chakraborty. Thank you, Mr. Sandeep.
Your Excellency and Madame, esteemed guests and friends, with heartfelt gratitude, I humbly accept this Lifetime Achievement Award. I extend my sincere appreciation to Indo-Indians and the organizations of the Extraordinary Women Awards for this incredible honor and for creating a platform that celebrates and uplifts women's contributions. This award not only celebrates my journey, but also highlights the transformative power of yoga in Indonesia. Yoga, my lifelong passion, began in the 1970s when I was young. Though little known in Indonesia at the time, it became my guiding light and a gift I dedicated myself to sharing. As the first Indian yoga teacher in Indonesia, I introduced this practice to a society that was unfamiliar with its benefits. I had the privilege of teaching yoga in various institutions, from embassy offices to the presidential office during President Suharto's tenure. These years were significant milestones in expanding yoga's recognition across the country. Today, I'm proud to see yoga flourish in Indonesia. It has evolved from unfamiliar practice to a widely embraced discipline, celebrated for its physical, mental, and spiritual advantages. Yoga is more than just flexibility and strength. It's a way of life, one of that fosters harmony, inner peace, and spiritual well-being. This philosophy has also shaped my spiritual counselings work, and I am deeply grateful for the privilege of touching lives through it. This award is not just a recognition of my journey, it's a celebration of yoga's collective spirit. Yoga unites us, heals us, and elevates us. I hope we continue to share its wisdom with future generations, promoting health, harmony, and inner peace for all. Thank you for all this incredible honor and for celebrating yoga for me today. I would like to add one line for my master. Na ham karta, guru karta hi kevalam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. And that last line you sang was brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. A perfect choice, if I may say so. We come to the next amazing lady, Sanjana Bhatt, Woman of the Year. Ma'am, yes. An education visionary and leader, empowering future generations through inclusive learning.
Namaskar, Slamat Pagi, and a very good morning. It's a great honor for me to be standing in front of this august audience, especially in presence of His Excellency Sandeep Chakravarti ji and Taruna ma'am, the Director of Venus, respected judges, and a wonderful audience. A special mention for Poonam ji, the torchbearer of Indo-Indians, and I truly appreciate her efforts and dedication towards building an integral bridge between the two nations. I'm deeply touched by the recognition given to me today, as it portrays 3 decades of my journey in Indonesia. For a college student displaced as a migrant from the beautiful valley of Kashmir in 1990 due to inhumane acts of hate and violence, life seemed to be like fluttering snowflakes, unsure where it sits, a pond, a river, or the sea, an unknown destiny. Indonesia seemed to be a calling. Came with my family in 1997 and fell in love with this beautiful country and its people. We were accepted with open arms and smiling faces to our new abode, our Karma Bhumi. Having worked in the industrial sector for a couple of years, I wanted to express to this wonderful country the magical word of Terima kasih. But how? Education was the only thing I brought with me from India, my Janambhumi. And this led me to dedicate my efforts to contribute in the area of education for young children. The birth of SPIN's Interactional School in 2003, which started as a humble beginning, homeschooling with 7 children, took a great leap in the hearts of Indonesian parents, as it focused on the values education apart from the academic excellence. Teaching, much like parenting, is not a defined journey. I realized soon that each child is a book in itself with different titles and genre. So it's we adults who need to read and understand them and help them with their needs in a comprehensive environment. Every child, irrespective of their abilities, have the right to the mainstream schooling. So, inclusive education, rather than a mindset of roadblock, is the philosophy of challenges. I'm glad that this concept has helped many of my students to find their forte in life and will be working on it in future. Apart from this, my social contributions are focusing on areas of health and hygiene, disease prevention, environment, and literacy. Service is a joy to be experienced, and Rotary International has given me opportunities to contribute in these areas for the past 20 years. All this was possible only with the unconditional support of my lovely family present today, who persistently encouraged me to continue being positive in thought and action, dedicate my efforts for a better tomorrow for myself and everyone close to me. Lastly, I do believe BINUS is one of the best universities in Indonesia, but I would add, adversity is the best university that teaches you to shape your destiny by the building blocks of resilience to carve your future. Dhanyavad, terima kasih, and thank you.
Sanjana, the pen is mightier than the sword. And it's wonderful hearing you and would love to get to know more about all the work that you're doing. Thank you. We come to the next awardee, Aparna Saxena, entrepreneurship. A champion of sustainable business, leading with purpose and creating impact through ethical entrepreneurship.
I'd like to call upon Mr. Sandeep and Mr. Sachin to hand in the award. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Selamat pagi, namaste, good morning. It is indeed honor to be here. I didn't expect to be nominated, and because I think I'm possibly the one who's been here the shortest compared to you all stalwarts. I have finished my 7th year. Okay, somebody's raising hand saying, "Oh, hi, Bumariko." So it's very interesting to be here. The reason being that if somebody had asked me this, 10 years ago, or maybe, 6, 7 years ago, that me, a mechanical engineer, logistician, would be running this business that works with indigenous artisans in Indonesia, I don't think I would have believed it, and neither would anyone. But life has its way of, serendipitously bringing you to, I think, where your values can come to fruition. And I have been one of those privileged women to have a very feminist upbringing. And I think I owe it to my parents, my family, that uh, I never had any discrimination, being the youngest of three and the only daughter. And I always chased after things that, inspired me, or essentially told me that yes, you can do it. And I remember my father being the first feminist in my life, more than my mother. So essentially, that then told me that if I can use this privilege to offer the same to others around me, right, and create a more level playing field as much as possible in all walks of life, from being the only girl in the college to do mechanical engineering, and then breaking that stereotype and saying that we can do it because we believe we can, to often getting this question here that, why an Indian is running this business that works with deeply indigenous communities in Indonesia. And I would like to quote the words of Hillel the Elder that I truly believe in, that if not now, then when? And if not me, then who? So essentially, the world is full of possibilities and opportunities. I think it's on us to go after them. And what is important is definitely a sense of community and support. Both men and women and all other genders need that, right? And we need to continuously strive towards creating a better world for all of us, because it's only when everyone has equal opportunity. We're not saying that you have to push them forward, but give them a level playing field. Can we look forward to a world that's, much more inclusive? And in closing, what I'd like to say is I think this is the time for Asia. This is the Asian century, and especially with what's happening, in the western part of the world, I believe there is so much India and Indonesia, and there's so much possibility for a South-South collaboration, partnership across education, business, culture, that I think we need to keep it together, work with each other, support each other, and really go forward, because I think it's time to really look east and embrace this wonderful heritage culture that both our countries are rich with, and really take it forward in the modern world. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you to my place Rumakita, which literally is our home. And please come spend time and let's explore connections together. Terima kasih, dhanyawad.
Very well said, Aparna. It's all about networking. It's about exploring connections and learning from each other. And for me, the lady who put me on, on over here is Poonam. So thank you. I come to the next awardee. Ibu Ayu Prativi Muyasyaro, Environment and Sustainability. A passionate SDG advocate, mobilizing youth and driving meaningful climate action. Please.
I'd like to call upon His Excellency Mr. Sandeep and Mr. Manoj to present the award.
have my note here. Okay, I hope I didn't, I'm not going to say it improperly. Okay, I'll try my best. Namaste. Thank you. I've practiced multiple times. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon us all. Thank you. A very good morning. It's such a good pleasure to be here with you, distinguished Your Excellency, Ambassador and Madam, and distinguished guests, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ayu Pratimoyashara, an SDG storyteller, researcher in energy, and mentor. A sincere appreciation to the Embassy of India, Jakarta, Gandhi Sevaloka, Binus University, and Indo-Indians for organizing this remarkable event. Receiving these awards is such an honor to me, yet it also makes me wonder, what have I done that makes me deserving such a recognition? I'm saying this because there are other women out there who are way smarter, wiser, more accomplished than me, yet unable to join us today because of the struggles that are dealing with, driven by poverty, war, and conflicts. Due to prolonged injustice, many of them end up as statistics. Statistics of leaving school, statistics of violences, and other gender-based disparities. Sincere apology, I'm not trying to ruin celebrating mood today. Rather, I would like to highlight that it is true that the world is making progress in addressing gender-based disparities, but more work needs to be done, especially with climate crisis now in the equation. Striving for this cause has fueled me to advance Sustainable Development Goals in Southeast Asia since 2018, mobilizing more than 1,000 youth across the region. And now, more than ever, I need you. Let's work harder to dismantling entrenched gender-based disparities that are still prominent in many countries, including India and Indonesia. To end my speech, I dedicate this award to all the extraordinary women out there who strive to make a difference every day. May we continue to uplift each other, advancing SDGs by 2030. Thank you and have a very good day.
I come to our next awardee, Julia Surya Kasuma for Social Impact. Julia is a fearless journalist and an author. She uses her voice to challenge norms and advocate for democracy and equality.
To present this award, I'd like to call upon Dr. Andreas Cheng to please come forward, and His Excellency Mr. Sandeep. Thank you.
I can keep it too.
Okay, oh, excuse me. As you can see, I'm still sick, but oops, not my sunglasses. Oh, here. I wasn't trying to be funny, but I'm glad that I made you laugh in any case. Okay, it's both red, okay? All right. I think I've got the one. Good morning to Ambassador Sandeep Chakraborty, Taruna, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here for the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Awards. And of course, a big thank you to the organizers. It's an honor for me to be here. We're supposed to say that, right? Yes. Yeah, right. So that's why. When I received the email from Poonam about the award, I asked her, is it because I was born in India? Because I was in Delhi in 1954. So yeah, so now you know my age. Oh, old, huh? Well, why? I'm even older than most presidents, except for Biden, Trump, and Prabowo Subianto. Maybe this should be my retirement speech. After being a writer for 53 years, I deserve to. Calm down, calm down. I deserve to retire, no. But as a lifelong freelancer, I don't get a pension, so I can't retire. Poonam sent us all guidelines for our 3-minute speech. One of the points was to mention our impact. Sometimes I feel I am writing into a black hole and often wonder what really is my impact. But so I thought it would be a good idea to do a mini survey to draw on others' opinions of what my social impact has been. It seems I am considered a pioneer of feminism, gender, and sexuality studies. I try to humanize and flesh out the feminist mantra, the personal is political, through what the politician Eva Kusuma Sundari calls my cleavage writings. I am told I have influenced 3 generations of feminists, including Muslim feminists, which in a Muslim majority country puts them at the forefront of the feminist movement in Indonesia. If in India cows are considered sacred, but in Julia's Jihad, my anthology of columns from 2006-2013, there are no sacred cows. That's because I'm Muslim. I have been referred to as being Indonesia's most provocative columnist, daring to tackle taboo subjects, super sensitive topics, and to speak truth to power. Many of my readers say my writing is fearless and funny. I think this is really a good strategy, as this way I entertain myself as well as the readers. That's fair, no? You know how your past can haunt you sometimes. Well, State Ibuism, my MA thesis completed in 1988 and published as a bilingual book in 2011, has continued to haunt me for 35 years. Scholars say not only does it expose the dominance of the new order, state, it continues to show how the state constantly tries to weaken the women's movement and to colonize the populace through its women. Wow, that's bad. We are now living in extremely challenging times, environmental degradation, wars, human rights violations, and many others. In all of these areas, women and girls suffer the most. That is why we, men as well, should all be feminists. Come on, you're supposed to clap now. They say it's darkest before the dawn. That's why we all have to be extraordinary to usher in a new dawn for humanity. Poonam, you got enough awards for all the... Okay. Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure to see another woman being fearless, and I'm glad that there are writings about the lady here which actually say she's fearless. And I come to the next award, which is Rani Pramesti, Leadership and Social Impact. Rani is a leader committed to women's empowerment, paving the way for future
Mr.
generations
Sandeep
to thrive.
and Mr. Sachin to present the award.
Bu Julia, you're a bit of a hard act to follow. Okay. Good morning, selamat pagi, namaste, everyone.
First, of course, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the organizers of the Indo-India Extraordinary Women Awards and the esteemed panel of judges. In 1945, just down the road in Menteng, Sukarno declared Indonesia's independence. But what followed was not peace. It was 5 more years of bombardment by colonial allied forces. Growing up, I learned about these struggles, but what was often missing from the history books was the role of women. I'm not a historian, let me be clear, but I am a bookworm. And one book that changed my understanding of South-South sisterhood between Indonesia and India is Dr. Saskia Wiringga's Penghancuran Gerakan Perempuan di Indonesia, or the English title being The Politicization of Gender Relations in Indonesia. This book revealed to me that women were not just supporters in our independence movements, they were leaders. They carried secret messages sewn into their clothing. They organized underground networks to resist colonial forces. And in the early years of both of our nation's independence, women from Indonesia and India wrote to one another, sharing strategies for survival, how to teach literacy, how to feed our communities, how to demand rights that even our founding fathers failed to guarantee. This history, or rather her story, reminds us that today's gathering is not just an event, it is a continuation of a legacy. The spirit of South-South sisterhood has always been a force for liberation. For the past 18 years, I have dedicated my life to advancing the leadership of marginalized women, Indigenous, First Nations women, disabled women, poor women, trans women, lesbian, bisexual, and queer women. Why? Because when the most excluded among us rise, we all rise. At We Do, where I serve, oh, I'm getting teary. At We Do, where I serve as executive director, we carry this vision forward. We Do, WEDU, short for Women's Education, envisions a world where half of all leaders are women. We achieve this by providing education financing, leadership development, and mentorship to women leaders across South and Southeast Asia. But today, the fight for gender equality is at risk. The World Economic Forum warned us 5 years ago that it would take at least 5 generations to reach gender parity. In the current geopolitical landscape, plus the climate crisis and the burden of unpaid care work disproportionately weighing down women, I fear it will take us longer. But her story tells us that change does not happen on its own. It happens when we decide that waiting 5 generations is too long. When we refuse to let today's crises push women's leadership further into the margins. So I ask you, will you join us? Will you stand with us to co-create a world where half of all leaders are women? Not in 5 generations, but in our lifetime. If you'd like to learn more about We Do, please visit WeDo, W-E-D-U, global.org. Donate to support a woman leader, mentor her, invest in her future. Because just as our foremothers and foresisters joined hands to build a new world after the fall of the colonial rule, this moment calls on all of us to join hands again, to protect and advance the hard-won victories of the past, and to claim the future all of us deserve. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so powerful. So we're going to immediately write to you and see how, at least from my end, to collaborate to see what one can do. Brilliant work. The next amazing lady, Sindhu Raj, Art and Culture. a celebrated Bharatanatyam dancer and mentor, keeping the beauty of classical arts alive in Indonesia.
To present this award, I'd like to call upon Mr. Sandeep and Mrs. Taruna ji to please come forward.
Well, this is something new to me because usually when I speak, I always speak from my heart. But I was instructed and told very clearly that please stick to a rule book. So I am trying my best. Well, it's a wonderful morning. It's so wonderful, and I'm excited. And I think I've aged backwards today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I'm in the presence of so many goddesses here. And I would like to congratulate all the other awardees and then congratulate myself too. You know, always I have had this habit of telling my students too that we have to pat our back. We have to say congratulations to ourselves first. But today I have all of you who are patting my back too. Thank you. You know, all your path which you have paved for the generations, it's already shining. It's shining with your dedication. It's shining with your hard work. It's shining with your fearlessness. You have made it easy for the next generations. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all of you once again. You know, I also noticed that we are 9 of us today. You know, in India, we celebrate Navadurga. And it is so apt. In fact, the demons in India, Mahishasura was one of the well-known demons. And he prayed. It is a very weird way to gain superiority. They asked the god to be invincible. So he went to Lord Brahma and he said, I don't want any man to kill me. And Brahma granted him the boon. He forgot to mention a woman. And here she is. Goddess is here today in all of us. So I congratulate all the goddesses today. And I'm glad to be one of you. I'm so proud of all of you and of myself. Thank you, dear Poonam. You've been such a wonderful friend. And today my heart is smiling with gratitude. I think it has been smiling since the day you told me that I'm going to be in the presence of all these wonderful women. So this is going to be one of the best days of my life. I want to say another thank you. I'm standing behind these 2 flags here. I want to say thank you to India. I want to say thank you to Indonesia. This has been such a wonderful land. I landed here and I was received with warmth and with smiles and with friendships. Some of the friendships have been so beautiful. I like to dedicate this to a beautiful friendship, the late Ibu Bulan Trisna Jalantik, who has been a wonderful friend to me, has been with me in my journey, has blessed my students. And this joy of friendship is something I have experienced, selfless and unconditional love. And now I've made some new friends today. So I will be WhatsApping all of you. I will take your numbers today and we're going to keep in touch. Today, I'm going to share a piece of my heart with you. You know, I was a 6-year-old when I started this journey of dancing. My mother introduced me to Bharatanatyam. And now it's been more than 45 years of dancing. So I revealed my age too. I'm 52. And I'm glad I spent 45 years dancing. So you can imagine dance has become part of my identity now. You know, along the way, we learn dance as a hobby. It's just a hobby for all of us. People are studying, academics is most important. But even as a hobby, you don't realize how dance and yoga have become part of your identity. Evu Pushpa, what you have done is amazing. And I'm so glad that I also am a part of this journey of dance and yoga. This identity is something we realize is so important for us. It grounds us, it makes us humble, it makes us humans. We have to help each other. So today I thank my teachers, Guru Tulsiram, Srimati Narmada, Sri Ramli Ibrahim, Ibu Bulan Trishna, Mas Didi Nini. They have all been my teachers in many different ways. In fact, I would like to thank my students who have been my teachers too. There is no teacher in a classroom. We learn from each other. So I think this learning, which many of you have said, I think even you said, the learning is never ending. We remain a student forever. So this is my mantra too. And let me tell you that as long as we are learning, we continue to be humble, we continue to be graceful, we continue to be beautiful. And before I end, I would also like to say, don't worry, there will be a push, there will be a jolt, you will fall. But still, let's lift ourselves up. Each time, let's give a pat on our back and let's keep moving on. That's what I would like to do. And thank you once again from the bottom of my heart.
I'm hearing everyone speak, and it's like meanings of some amazing words are going through me. Fearless, flowing like the water, the wind, the strength of everybody in this room is so palpable. Thank you for asking me to do this. Our next amazing lady, Sonia Lakhaini, social impact, a spiritual guide and a humanitarian, uplifting lives through meditation, mentorship, and selfless service.
To present the award, I'd like to call Mr. Sandeep and Mr. Sachin to please hand the award.
Distinguished guests, family, and friends who are here to support and honor me, I am deeply honored and humbled to receive the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Woman Award for 2025. My heartfelt gratitude to Indo-Indians, Poonamji, the Indian Embassy, His Excellency, Madam, the India-Indonesia Business Forum, Gandhi Seva Loka, Venus University, the director, Kairos, and all the supporting organizations jury present here. Thank you for this incredible recognition. I was born in Jaipur, Rajasthan, in a joint family where spirituality was a way of life. My parents, my grandparents, they gave me the seeds of Vedanta early on in life. When I moved to Jakarta in 1980, the transition was not easy. New culture, new language, and unfamiliar surroundings. But the real turning point came in 1987 with the loss of a young family member. That loss led me to seek answers. Why am I here? Who am I? And the purpose of my life. My journey of self-exploration led me to my master, Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji. In 1994, I met him. And from that moment, my life changed. He once told me, a devotee does not find the master. It's the master that finds a devotee. And I feel truly blessed to have been found. In 2001, I became an instructor.
committed to sharing Gurudev's wisdom across all walks of life. From corporate leaders and government officials to school children, cancer patients, and even prison inmates, I've had the privilege of teaching Sudarshan Kriya, a breathing technique, to over thousands of individuals, witnessing their transformation, seeing stress dissolve and joy take root. This has been the greatest award. At our core, we all seek happiness and good health. As Gurudev beautifully explains, true health is not just a disease-free body. It is a stress-free mind, an inhibition-free intellect, and a soul free from sorrow. Only when we nurture our inner well-being can we truly thrive. My mission here is to spread happiness, and I invite all of you to join me in this journey. Let us cultivate peace within ourselves and our communities, because a strong mind and a compassionate heart can transform the world. Thank you once again for honoring me. Thank you, Poonam. Thank you to my family and my friends for their unwavering support through all the struggles and I have faced throughout my life. Thank you once again.
So true, Sonia. Empathy for the others, and the empathy that we receive, that's what drives us to be better people and to seek more and more happiness.
Thank you.
And we come to the amazing ninth lady, Yanti Nisro, leadership and social impact. A dynamic leader, creating opportunities and fostering change through community environment. Congratulations.
I'd like to call His Excellency Mr. Sandeep and Mr. Manoj to please come forward and present the award.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I'm the last one. Last but not least. Yeah, oh, no, we are all the best. Before I start, actually, there are a few coincidences in my life. I'm 100% from Java. I'm Javanese. My husband is Irish. And when we got married, I'm wearing sari. So thanks to Poonam's good friend who's lending me the sari. So it's just for fun. So, and at that time, I didn't know that I will be so close to the Indian community. And secondly, I'm also close to Binus because I'm in the WhatsApp group with the director and the all the lector, etc. And once I was invited by Binus for a meeting, 1.5 day, and for the place is special because our meeting is in Hong Kong. So that's why I'm following Binus, from a long time ago. Anyway, I'm truly honored and grateful to be standing here this morning and receiving this beautiful award. Special gratitude to the and appreciations to the ambassador Sandeep Chakravorty and the madam Poonam, my dear friend for over 25 years. Yeah, so I know Poonam's from a long time ago when we were kindergarten. The Indo-Indian Extraordinary Woman Awards jury, Binus, and organizers. This recognition is not just for me, but for everyone who has supported me during the all my life. My dear husband, Barry, the victim of my life. And here I'm with my mom as well, so it's very special. So I began my career in market research from Nielsen as a fresh graduate and progressed into a regional role managing operations in 3 countries. And that's where I met Sanju's husband in Malaysia, Finot. So it's all a small world. And later on, I continue into a new challenge as a deputy MD in DECA Insight Market Research for a few years. During my career journey, my passion and the most satisfaction feeling that for me is in leadership and developing people and making impact. So this leads me to setting up the Orsin Indonesia, the company that I set up focus on people development. Outside work, I'm involved in some organizations, both professional and social. I'm a founder of PERPI, Association of Market Research Companies in Indonesia. And now I'm the ESOMAR representative. ESOMAR is a global market research association. I'm representing Indonesia until now. And also, I'm contributing and as advisors in some organizations. Besides PERPI, there's Akademi Berbagi, Data Science Indonesia, and recently I was appointed as the lead of SME Product Vocation of KADIN, Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So yeah, I never sleep. I always work. I came from a basic family, and through education, me and my brothers now could enjoy much better life. Therefore, I pay forward to the universe by being so active and empowering others to get better life. So that's why how I involve in so many organizations, because I really, and through my life, I know how I progress. And as a leader now, as a coach as well, I'm proud that I have been creating leaders and successful individuals, some even more successful than myself. Also in community, I have been involving in Soroptimis, which is a global volunteer organization that empowering women and gender equality. We have a representative in United Nations. So I've been involving since 30 years ago until now. So from my all life journey, I conclude you can do anything as long as you're committed. So so what's next? I will continue supporting people to be successful in this challenging yet exciting AI era, that is really, Mariko mentioned that there are now many layoff everywhere. So that's more needed, mentors and coach. So while for community, I still have responsibility and challenge to support product vocation for UMKM or SME in Indonesia, which is cover more than 60 million people. So that my job is to support them so that they can be naik class or move up to this AI technology era. So I would end my speech with reciting Hawaiian Ho'oponopono mantra. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. Happy International Women's Day, everyone.
A very big thank you to all the women. Thank you so much to all the gentlemen here and for listening and for hearing, for taking it, seeping it inwards. For me, it has been incredible. I come to Jakarta very rarely. And to just be here in front of all of you, it's an amazing connect for me. So, and from Indo-Indians, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And what an inspiring ceremony. This incredible women, all our awardees here today, have set an example for all of us. Words like adversity, dreams, passion, there are a lot of things that could resonate with all of us. So before we move on, why don't we do this one thing together? Let's everyone pat ourselves on our back and say, I am extraordinary. That's it. Let's do it one more time. I am extraordinary. I literally got goosebumps listening to all of the awardee speeches, and I stand with the women for them to be the future leader of Indonesia and of the world. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. So now, let's take a deeper dive into the experiences and journeys of some of our past awardees and jury members in an engaging fireside chat. To lead the insightful conversation, I invite our moderator for today, Ms. Shireen Ratnani, to come forward. Ms. Shireen, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Indo-Indians. I think just like Monica was saying, it's a whole different aura. And I think the energy we're all carrying with us from all these success stories is phenomenal today. So a very big round of applause for everybody. I just want to say that being a part of this awards, receiving an award last year always reminds me of one thing. Getting an award is really not just a recognition. It's really reminding you and validating that what you are doing matters, not just to yourself, but to the entire world. So like Sandeep said, there's a lot of women out here who are doing extraordinary stuff, and it's just a matter of recognizing these women. And to that, I would really like to thank Poonam and Indo-Indians for taking this initiative and starting this awarding ceremony, because it's not just a ceremony, it's become a drive to inspire, to empower, and celebrate all the talent, all the women that we have in our community. So a round of applause to everybody over here. Happy International Women's Day. And I would now like to very quickly, I know we're running short with time, so I'm going to keep this shorter than I thought it would be. So I would like to invite some of our awardees from 2024 to have a quick fireside chat, because these women are shaping industries, transforming communities, and paving the way for future generations. And they have made it a commitment to give back to society. So it's time to listen to them and to listen to some of not just success stories that they have, but how they have perhaps gone through challenges and really uplifted a lot of people in the society. So let's give a round of applause to some of the awardees from 2024. I'd like to call Mariko Asmara, who got the award for social entrepreneurship. All right. Okay, fine. So we're going to do it the other way around. We have the jury. Very, very important people who had a very challenging task of choosing and identifying certain talent. We have with us today very prominent members from our community, Mr. Manoj Tolani. I would like to first invite Manoj Tolani, and then also our Excellency's wife, Mrs. Taruna Chakraborty, to please come forward and share a few words about how this whole journey of identifying talent was done by them. Thank you.
Can we call all the current awardees because they
Okay, because we have some guests who would like to leave earlier before the fireside chat, we'd like to call upon all the awardees, all the 9 lovely ladies, please come in front with the jury and His Excellency, Mr. Sandeep, and our other guests in front to please take a group photo. So the ambassador, the jury. Can we invite our jury members to stay in front to take a photo with the ambassador and Ms. Poonam?
Thank you.
Poonam.
Wow, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to share the journey that we had, the difficult task that it was to choose amongst so many women, nominees. And while each woman is deserving and was deserving of the award, I think we had to choose certain criteria. And it was very difficult, but it was something that we had to do because as women or even as men, we need to reach out, we need to extend our hands to pull up and recognize those of you who have done extraordinary work. As Monica said, I had goosebumps while listening to each one of you speak because each one of you had such a powerful story which spoke of hard work, perseverance, and the love for the cause that each of you holds so dear to your heart. I mean, before I get emotional, congratulations to each one of you. It was a very difficult task, but it was something that we did with a lot of pleasure and with a lot of love. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Let's start, yeah. Okay, we do have Our Excellency the Ambassador is leaving, but please stay on. We do have a fireside chat with our awardees from 2024. And I think we have a few minutes to listen to their engaging stories. So may I call upon Mariko? Mariko got the award for social entrepreneurship, and she is a driving force behind Indonesia's startup ecosystem, an independent commissioner at Paytewir Asia, and a champion of over 50 startups across Indonesia, India, and Japan. Can we call Shilpa Dave, who got the award for culinary entrepreneurship? She's a president director of Ganesha Sanskriti, transforming Indian cuisine in Indonesia with 12 fine dining restaurants and now expanding into multi-cuisine ventures. Yes, we're going to make it very quick. We're just going to ask them one question, and I'm sure the answer is going to leave an impact for everyone. And then we have Auntie Gopi Punjabi, who has received the Lifetime Achievement in Social Impact, a legend in community empowerment, serving as president of the Indian Women's Association since 1980. Auntie Gopi. Like to call upon Shanti Shamdasani, a powerhouse entrepreneur and an Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women Award for Business, a visionary leader driving strategic business growth. Shanti, I think she's not here. And is Shanti here? Yeah. She's, maybe you can call her. And finally, Geetika. Is Geetika here? Is Geetika here? I don't see Geetika. Okay, so before these lovely ladies leave, just one very quick question to ask you about your journey. Oh, hi Shanti. We have a quick. Okay, so Mariko, you've had such an inspiring journey in social entrepreneurship, investing in startups across multiple countries. What first sparked your entrepreneurship?
Can you go a little bit narrow, the question?
Yes. Sure. Can you share with us what was the passion? What was the driving force that got you to get into such high level of entrepreneurship?
First of all, I born as one of the daughters of my family that was actually born as an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is already in my blood. I never had. When I was young, the things that I remember, I always eat, dine with all my workers of my those people that who are working for my mother and for my father. So then, entrepreneurship it's in my blood. But again, if you ask me what is actually making me happy, is actually I'm happy to allocate, share, or one of my dollar is actually to be impactful by many people that become my second family. So then I am happy to share. I better to share my bread to all of them. And I love to think what I can do together with this family or those family. I think that is it really make me very happy when I'm doing all my entrepreneurship. I'm not someone who has a lot of money like you guys. Okay, I'm using a Go Right every day. But I better to allocate $1 of mine to be shared to my people that actually in front of me. Thank you. That's
brilliant. Thank you. I think that's really empowering to be able to give back. And that is the true value of really touching other people. You can have wisdom, you can have everything in life, but till you don't give it away, it means nothing. So thank you very much, Mariko, for that. And I would like to ask Shilpa Dave, with your wonderful entrepreneurship in culinary, in the culinary field in Indonesia, what are some of the failures, or what was one of the failures that you went through that really taught you and gave you some experience that brought you to where you are today?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Poonam, for giving us the opportunity to express our hard work and everyone to know how we went through our journey. Ganesha was my dream, my first baby, and we started in 2003. And this is an Indian restaurant, which initially I thought, oh, it's very easy to open a restaurant, but it's not that easy. We had our mistakes. We had very big mistakes, because I thought, oh, just hire a chef. We got a chef who was, gold medalist, very good. And the response was not so good. Till 2007, I did very bad. In fact, we were on the verge of going to close it down. But then some of my friends came and told me, Shilpa, I think just because you don't look into the bad thing what you have, you think, oh, you are the best. So she told me that please look into, in front of you, they do good, but in the back of you, they don't do good. So look into it. So I went and looked into it. Then whenever I hire a chef, I go take his test. I tell him to come to my house. Let's cook together. And with a little bit of cooking, you can come to know whether he can do the best or not. So that was the main point which I have is a very good team of chefs now. And fortunately, now I have 14 restaurants. And this year, yeah, so we added a few. We just opened in Discovery Mall. We are also invited for many other five-star hotels to open. And thank you, Poonam, for giving us an opportunity to say.
Thank you so much, Shilpa. I think really resonate with what you say. If you don't have challenges and if you don't fall, there is no learning. You never learn when things are smooth. You only learn when you go through a challenge and it pushes you to really evolve and become the best version of yourself. So thank you so much for sharing that. And now I would like to ask Auntie Gopi. Auntie Gopi, I'd like to be like you when I'm at that age. She's truly an inspiration. And not only has she been a part of so much social impact, helping women, contributing a lot in the society. My question to you is, what keeps you so motivated to continue to make a social impact every day, every time?
Thank you, Shireen. I really, after listening to so many things, I think I'm not so much educated or highly degrees, but I'm just a simple housewife. This actually inspiration, I'm born in Indonesia, China, in Cianjur. Yeah, and then but brought up in India. So that's why you can see how much love I have for both countries, because I understand the culture, the way of thinking. Even sometimes they told me, how you know Hindi? Because, we picked up Hindi, Sindhi language during that time. So my father was a great social worker. So I really attribute to him. So since young, he has been taking me. He was the president of Indian Association, and he worked with the Sukarno, for the freedom. So he had helped, those days, to them. And when, after that, it was then, and then he used to take me anywhere he goes, Yeah. So he had a special permission, to go. So this is how I know so many people. I know, and then we had a big shop in Bandung called Taj Mahal Silk Store, where all, the people, at that time, it was not that they have to pay cash. They pay monthly, so our man will go and collect the money. But at this time, what you see, Jakarta or Indonesia, you are in a lucky place, When we started, even Jakarta, I got married in 1956. When I came there were dim lights, roads also, so, and it was so dark and so many mosquitoes, Yeah. And then my father built, they used to give land free, that please go and build houses. But yeah, my father, bought these two houses, but one of us stayed. We didn't want to stay because, we didn't like it. At that time, we shifted to Bandung, where he had opened a big shop and then educated there also when there was a Ceylonese Crammers English School. So, and it was so lovely, Actually, used to call Kota Bandung, Kota Kembang, means flower. And it's true. The fashion, always used to start from there. But so this is my life, I mean, and then when I got married, but from so childhood, that I'm dressed up like that. So and after I got married, also, I got married with an Indian, who came from Bombay. So I say, yeah, we Indonesian like imported things,
Thank you. Lovely, lovely Auntie Gopi. I think adversity is the mother of invention, and I think we've learned a lot from you. Thank you very much. And finally, to our last, thank you, Auntie. To our last.
And then I've been, as you know, we used to do Mela when we started this in 1975 in the Women International year. So it was in 1975, and the ambassador, and Madame Mahmoud Ahmad, they were here. And then, so I told her, you see, we have so many groups here, and then it's better that you become, embassy becomes the umbrella, so this is how it was started. And it was started in their house, So every year we used to have fundraising and till we, used to have international bazaars in the the hotels, for so many years. And now since I think in 63, no, for 13 years, 10 years. First we used to have Mela in the ambassador's house for 10 years. Then, people start coming in so we could not go there. Then we went to the Gandhi Memorial School. But it was international school in Anchor. Yes, and there also we did so many years.
Right.
And then we did, then we came to the hotels, Four Seasons and Marriott. So last was the Marriott. And I'm so grateful to my team, Some of them are here, Indian Women Association. We have been working together. Now, this year, on the 17th of May, we'll be celebrating 50 years.
Lovely. Congratulations.
Yes. So, golden jubilee.
Thank you.
So please save the day, 17th of May.
Yes, we are very
Thank
proud
you,
of
sir.
you, Auntie Gopi. Thank you so much. And finally, we want to be in time for you to have your lunch. So the last question to our powerhouse, Miss Shanti. So Shanti has been a very successful leader, and every time you have a little conversation with her, you will learn something new. So just want to ask you, as such a successful leader, what would be your advice to the upcoming generation of leaders? What would you say to them to inspire them to have the impact and the growth that you have?
Thank you for that. It's difficult. I'm between you and lunch, so I'll make it. I'll make it short. But I think from what I've heard today, very inspiring women here. And I'm glad to see there are more and more women coming up. However, I'd like to highlight one point, and this is answering to your question as well, is that a lot of people today are busy understanding the new norms, the new world trends, right? And once you learn one thing, then there's another one. So things changes weekly, sometimes monthly, and it's so fast. So what I see lacking in a lot of business owners today is understanding the future trend. Like today, everybody's saying we're in a new world order. Trump, China, Canada. There's a lot of things happening all at one time. Now, very important for you to sustain your businesses is to really understand where the world is going, what are the future trends, where are we aiming at, rather than to behave and act in a panic mode. Like I get a lot of phone calls. We just release every month we have a business report, and this report is supposed to help people to really understand. So I think really getting ahead of the trend is something that the future entrepreneurs and the future businesses needs to know. And, I'm sorry I can't be here most of the time because I spend my time traveling around the region as well. But as long as I'm in Indonesia and, people come and ask me for my opinions, I normally attend those meetings. But again, I think just very short answer to your question is really getting ahead of the curve, getting ahead of the trend, understanding where it's going.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shanti. So I think it's about being lifelong learners. Doesn't matter how old you are, there's always something to learn. And I think that's what Henry Ford said, that everyone you meet is superior to you in some way. And it is from him that you should learn something. So I think we've all had a day of learning, inspiration, empowerment. And I'd like to end close today by actually saying thank you. A very big round of applause to all these lovely women, all the other awardees. We can take a photo with Poonam. And of course, a very special thank you to Poonam. She deserves a round of applause for empowering everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh. So I just would like to request all the awardees to be around, have lunch, because there's a lot of people here who would like to network with you, talk to you, maybe have a few words and collaborate with you. So thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch, and we'll see you again next year at the Indo-Indians Extraordinary Women's Awards. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming today. And we have lunch and networking in the other room. So please move forward there. Thank you. Thank you to all the awardees. Have a great day ahead.